Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Friends, happy Friday. Welcome back. Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. It's so good to be with you. It's the 7th day of August. We're inside the Market Grill Express, live just a little bit after 8:30 in the morning. For some of you that watch this on cable at night, you have no context that the show is live in the morning. Maybe you just have always watched it at 7:30 or 10:30 p.m. And you're like, I didn't even know I thought you were there at 7:30 at night. Then let's keep that going. Maybe that's what we could start doing. I just do the show live at 7:30 or 10:30. And then I just work for 3 hours. I'd be like Dwyer and Michaels. I work for 3 hours, and then I go home. So, and no offense to those guys. They're friends of mine. Don't email them and say Tony Tone was talking smack about you, because I've known him for a long time. So weather this weekend, it's getting a little bit more humid, right? So no surprise there. Lutheran Living Senior Campus weather forecast today, partly cloudy, a high of 83, inching up a little bit tonight. Some clouds, humidity, and a low of 66. I'm not super pumped about tomorrow, because there's a chance for thunderstorm and rain in the morning and in the evening, and I'm supposed to play some tunes outside at the Mississippi Brew tomorrow night, so hopefully we'll be able to do that. 87 the high tomorrow, and then we'll see temps in the 90s very soon. So, don't be surprised. It's Iowa. It's August, and if it's humid and hot through September, right, it could very well happen. We'll see. Real quick, I just want to mention the ad that we have on the back page of the Discover Muscatine newspaper. It's right there on the screen. So from mini cookies that are 10 cents each, you're thinking to yourself, I need 100 pack of mini cookies. You do. Because mini cookies, you can have 20 mini cookies because it only adds up to like one regular size cookie. That's what you could tell yourself and not feel guilty about it, right? So take advantage of that deal. Brats are 90 cents each. There's eggs and a bunch more. We'll dig into that. The thing I want to mention for sure today and tomorrow, 10% off all purchases in the meat, seafood, and deli department. So that's really cool. If you're looking to stock the freezer, whatever the case may be, it's 10% off. I work at HyVee. My discount's 20% this weekend, which is awesome. So that's a perk. Still looking for part-time help, by the way. If you're watching, I got open interviews later today from 3:30 till 6. 20% discount for HyVee employees, 10% for everybody else with meat, seafood, and deli purchases. And then last but not least, I've got it again, the Iowa Wave mask right here. Let's see if I can put it on one fell swoop. It's on the screen. It's $12. All of the money goes towards University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital in Iowa City. It's it's comfortable. It looks good. And every penny goes to a good cause. So we still have some of them. And they're right here. I'm wearing it. I like it. And now I'm going to take it off because my glasses are steaming. Because I talk a lot, and I'm full of so much hot air. So there you go. That's $12. Please pick one up near aisle 3 here at the store. All right. Let's get to our guests. We have guests right now, and then we have a guest later on this morning. So we're busy on this Friday. He is making his second appearance on the show. Muscatine High School baseball head coach Grant Piepert is here, and then Jenny Wade. I guess I went in out of order of how they're sitting. Jenny Wade is here, and she is the president of the Muskie Baseball Academy. And I wonder, Jenny, first question, are you seeking re-election? Or does your presidency reign until you decide you are no longer interested in being president?
Well, we do vote for chairs. So,
oh, my gosh.
Yes.
Does Grant have a vote, and did you vote for Jenny?
I do not have a vote.
Good.
I don't know if I would vote for her or not.
Oh my gosh, that's really awkward. You're sitting right next to each other.
I'll punch him later.
It's good. Please don't punch him on the show. That would be a first, though. So it's good to see both of you. You've both been here before, and we've talked. Certainly, Grant was here when he kind of got to town, and we talked about arriving and getting ready for Muskie Baseball. Jenny's been here with Muskie Baseball Academy, and there's a lot that we can dig into. Grant, I want to start with you. This has been a weird year. I was telling Grant before we started that we should have known 2020 was going to be tough when it snowed on Halloween, right? Let's not forget that it snowed on Halloween. That was crazy. But then you get ready for the baseball season, and it kind of comes to an abrupt end. But you had to like what you saw out of your guys. And I wonder, has anything been happening since the season ended? Or are you allowed? Because I don't know how that works at the high school level. So can you just reflect on this season and then answer that if you've been able to stay in contact with them or what?
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of a weird year. As you said, it ended kind of abruptly.
Sure.
You know, I don't know if it made it better or worse that we were playing so well toward the end when we did get abruptly ended. But you know, the great thing about our team is the kids and their families are just so awesome.
Sure.
So, you know, whether we're winning or losing, it was just fantastic to be with
I was
the
going to
kids.
say you had a good group. So, and I don't know the makeup of your roster. Did you graduate a lot of kids from the team, or do you have a young squad?
No, we actually didn't graduate a lot. We have most kids returning, so
That's great.
we should have some pretty high expectations next year, to be honest.
So then what does it look like during, because obviously there's kids that could be multi-sport athletes, right? So maybe they're getting ready for football or a fall sport, but for the kids that are like, I'm doing baseball, are you able to have contact? Are they able to work out on their own, or how does that work?
It's a great question. You know, I actually haven't had a lot of contact with the kids because obviously we had that 2-week
Sure.
quarantine. You know, we had some kids help out with the NBA tournament.
Great.
We actually have our banquet on Sunday.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
So, you know, I'll see a lot of them. But as far as, you know, my contact with them, you know, it's going to be kind of a unique fall because this will be our first year where we're doing NBA camps, where our coaches really aren't doing a lot of the coaching. We're having our players, since we have so many returning, we have a lot of experience, so they're going to help out, and we're going to run camps with the NBA twice a week.
Awesome.
Up
Okay.
until October.
Wow.
So, you know, it's good for our kids to, for one, give back to the community. Two, you know, sometimes when you teach something, you actually learn it better than as a student if you're the teacher.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're excited about it,
Yeah.
and that'll start right before tryouts, which she'll talk about.
So we've got that, Jenny, on the screen, Muskie Baseball Academy tryouts for fall ball, 29th and 30th of August, which will be here very soon.
Yeah.
You guys are here now because I'm off the week of the 17th, and this just timed out better. But you blink, and it'll be the 29th and 30th. So let's, Jenny, give some background on Muskie Baseball Academy. Obviously, didn't know what was going to happen this year, and then we're able to have games and had a great tournament. The Toyota Muscatine stepped up to the plate, pun intended, and sponsored. How are things? So I guess give us some background, and then we can get into planning for fall. For folks that are watching that are maybe thinking, what is Muskie Baseball Academy? I haven't heard of it. Well,
Yeah. So Muskie Baseball Academy is the official feeder program for the Muscatine High School baseball program. We are a 501c3 officially, and the program is designed around kids in the community and ages 6 to 14. Currently, we have 7 teams. So coming into the season with COVID scenario playing out, we left it up to the teams and the coaches to decide if they were going to pursue the season.
Sure.
We knew there wasn't one fit for all, and the situation is something that nobody's ever dealt with before. So they reviewed, each team voted. We had 2 teams pursue the season. We had 2 teams pretty much take the season off, and then 3 that just did practices, and they did the home tournament. So
Excellent.
yeah, our home tournament was the first one we've ever had. Toyota Muscatine, thank you, was our big sponsor.
that was like
and
super cool.
it was so awesome.
They did. I couldn't. All the live videos I kept seeing, it was very, very hot that weekend.
Oh my gosh.
I love that
Yeah,
but they were there. They had a great presence.
They
and
did.
They totally and I love this picture. It's such a great picture.
Yes.
So which teams played this season? Which age groups?
So the 2 teams that pursued the
Yeah.
season were the 10U,
Okay.
Courtney Rexroth team. They actually won state last weekend.
I was gonna say I saw that they won state. These kids had giant. Nothing makes me laugh more than like the kids with the giant rings.
Yeah.
That is so great. Like I would have loved. We kind of had those trophies back in the day for baseball, but I love that they have those rings. So
Yeah.
the 10U team
Yeah.
won the state tournament. It
Right
was
there, they sure
unbelievable.
did. And a week before they had gone to state, they were moved from AA to AAA. So they were in a whole new bracket and level of play. So.
And Jenny, correct me if I'm wrong, Muskie Baseball Academy hasn't been around that long.
No,
right?
yeah.
So to have that, have those kids perform at that level is a really good sign for MBA.
Yeah,
right?
that team actually has been together since the beginning. And, you know, some kids fell off and came on and whatnot. But yes, I mean, you have that year over year.
Sure.
But a lot of the teams now in the program have been together for many years.
And that makes a big difference. And again, to be able to represent themselves, their team, the community, though, at that level is a big deal. And it's all about that camaraderie. And that's such a great picture, sitting in the dugout. So many fond memories playing baseball. I was the awkward, you know, however, I've always been tall, right? And I remember playing on a travel team one time, and another opposing parent was like, "That kid must be 14," and I was like 10. I was like 5'5", right? So I was like this giant, like, no, I'm 10. But no, it's a good sign to have that many teams and then to have that success. So
I have the other team. I just want to add them before
absolutely.
I forget about them. The 13U.
13U,
team,
okay.
Josh Brockert and John Alvarez and Gavin Curtis are the coaches of that team. And they are actually getting ready to go to state today. They will be playing in Cedar Rapids.
Great.
Yeah. So there's that.
And what's cool for Grant, 13U, not too far away from getting into the high school program, and hopefully, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, you mentioned and alluded to players being involved, coaches maybe being involved, helping MBA. You kind of know exactly who may be coming into the high school level. You've seen them play. You've watched, you know, their skill set. That's just to your advantage, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's what our big goal is a unified Muscatine feeder program, you know, where we can get our whole community involved and kind of have one voice, one family, one team. You know, that's the goal.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. They're doing a great job, and we're just looking forward to helping out any way we can, and you know.
Well, and it's nice to have support from folks like Jenny and Whitney and all the coaches and the parents. It's a really good group throughout the age brackets. My goodness, I mean, I know most of y'all, and it's that. I mean, and that's not the case everywhere, right? In your experience, have you found, Grant, that this, you know, you have this much support, and the parents want to see the kids succeed, and they want the program at the high school level to be successful? You know, but was that because where were you? Were you in Colorado?
Yeah,
you were in Colorado before you came here.
You know, the charm of Muscatine and what really drew me was, you know, the one high school town. Well, I grew up in a small town, so this is a city to me.
Sure.
You know, one high school. If we can get that one feeder team where we're all unified, I mean, the support's there. It's fantastic. You know, school leadership. You know, I know we have a lot of new school leadership. I'm looking forward to getting to know them, and you know, from all I've heard is that they've been fantastic thus far, and you know, we're just continually try to build. We're trying to get our facilities upgraded the best we can. Hopefully, get some support with that. You know, as our facilities upgraded. Helps out our youth programs as well, because now they have facilities that they can use. The momentum's there. I'm really excited.
There is Jenny, there's great momentum.
Yeah.
And I know last year, you know, we came on and talked about fundraisers, and when some rain, you know, came in, but there was still, people were ready to support youth baseball. Muskie Baseball Academy has a great network already. And we're here to tell people that are watching, if you have kids that are 6 to 14 years old, tryouts are coming up for fall ball. So as of right now, it's all systems go for a fall season. Will you leave it up to the teams to decide if they participate? Are all of them slated to do fall ball? Where are we at with that?
So fall ball is seasonal, so it depends on if they do league.
Gotcha.
So last year with the two teams, you know, again, that comes into what the teams and the families vote and what they prefer. I think that's where that support and that decision matrix needs to be held at that level. They're the ones committing to it. So our tryouts are for the 21 season.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, you know, once we get through the official award and, you know, where we land with that, so check-in is on the 29th at Bruner Field at 8 o'clock. And so then kids will get their field assignments and they'll go to those fields. We have an assessment program that the high school's actually reviewed. Then those individuals at those fields will assess the talents as they arrive. And we just look forward to a great turnout. I mean, we had 62 teams at our home tournament. So
that
was
unbelievable.
amazing. And we could not have done it without Toyota Muscatine and the high school help. I mean, thank you very much, because they came down and volunteered. Whatever we needed, they were there both days. So it was amazing to have that support.
And some context for people, when you say 62 teams, that's how many, do you have any idea how many people that brought to Muscatine?
Oh.
Several hundred, right?
Yes.
So
At least.
the big thing, hotel, motel, heads and beds, there's a great benefit when you have your hotels at capacity. Good for the restaurants, even during a pandemic, right? It's a good thing to have. And quite frankly, there were not a lot of tournaments that happened. And I know that everybody was safe and smart with respect to social distancing and how things were laid out and everything. But you had to feel good that you still did it. And I imagine, Jenny, those teams that showed up were like, thank you.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them probably had things canceled, right?
Yeah, so we knew going into this that because we had an earlier date and we changed our date. So knowing going into this that COVID could potentially shut down again, we were just prepared. White Distribution and HyVee actually donated hand sanitizer. So we were able to hand out bottles of sanitizer to every team as they checked in. And so we just tried to make it as safe of an environment as we could. But knowing the numbers were there, we knew that, you know, it was going to be a little difficult. But those are the risks that people take. And we just hope that everybody, you know, plays safe. So.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, if you're watching again, the tryouts are going to be here soon. And if it's kids or grandkids that maybe didn't participate this season but are chomping at the bit to go, get them there on the 29th and 30th. Is there anything that they need to know? Obviously, 8 a.m. for the check-in. And then how long does it last to try out? Because I don't know. Is
it depends. Usually, you know, for the younger kids, it could be less than an hour.
Okay.
And I would say an hour is a good fit time for a kid tryout period anyways, regardless. So, but they may wrap up earlier with the younger kids. So, yeah. And then just bring a glove and, you know, be prepared to have fun.
Any plans for fundraisers within the next couple of weeks? I mean, obviously you'd have to get creative with how you do it. And as I always say on this show, if somebody watching is just filthy rich and you don't know what to do with your money, you could always write a check to Muskie Baseball Academy. Jenny said it's a 501c3, so it's tax write-off.
It is.
You never know who's going to see this that has that Scrooge McDuck vault and writes the old novelty check. It could happen, right? But what about that? Any fundraising opportunities? Have you thought about ways to get creative? Kids
so
to get
Whitney Phelps is our fundraising. Her and Tammy Whitaker come up with all those plans and ideas. I think after wrapping up the home tournament and working that both days, all day long, it was kind of like, okay, let's take a break. And so we know that kids are going to be going back to school soon, and we have tryouts coming. So I think after we have our new teams going into the new season, we'll segue back into that and maybe be back here to talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd be happy to do that. Grant, what do you think of this Major League Baseball season? Is it going to finish? I mean, it's interesting to watch. It's weird to watch.
It is.
A game with no fans in the stands, or they've got those cutouts in certain places. It's very quiet. A lot of the teams have to pipe in like crowd noise. What are your thoughts on how that looks?
I think it's just like fantastic and like kind of interesting just because it is so quiet.
Yeah.
Just being able to hear the other dugout.
Yeah.
I think kind of brings a little bit different gamesmanship to it. You know, I would love to be there and just kind of hear what both dugouts and how Major League Baseball managers and players, how they go about their business.
Sure.
But it's interesting, that's for sure.
I hope they get to finish the season.
Yes.
There's certainly some challenges for different teams throughout MLB. And it's just a bummer, locally with River Bandits not really getting to have a season because that facility at Modern Woodman Park is so great. And the exciting thing is we sit here, who knows what the future holds for kids that are coming through MBA into your program at the high school, and then ultimately if they want to pursue playing at the next level, that's a big deal, right? Getting to play in college, and then from there, my brother walked on at Western Illinois, was drafted by the Angels. He had the experience of spring training. I got to go out and see him at spring training. It's wild, right? It's like I watched my brother pitch against Cubs prospects, and it's a crazy thing to think about. And I remember when my brother was, 7, 8, 9 years old and was annoying me about baseball stuff, and you just want to encourage it, right?
Yep.
And it's not to say that he had, at 7 years old, he was like, I'm going to get drafted by the Angels one day. If anything, it was probably get drafted by the Cubs, hopefully, but you never know where it's going to go. So I love baseball. I've been a fan for a long time, and I think NBA is on the right path, obviously, when you can have a strong program that's only a couple years old now, and then point them to your direction, Grant. We just need you to stay. Your contract you signed was for, what did you say, 52 years? Is that right?
Yeah, it's 51. After this year, it's 51.
Nice.
Yes.
That's awesome, and it's non-negotiable.
Yeah,
you are here.
I need a new agent.
We just got a text from a Tom Ulsis. He said he'd love to represent you. I don't know if you're interested in that. That's the activities director at MHS for people that are watching.
Yes.
Is there anything else that folks need to know as we wrap up?
Oh, I just want to give a shout out to Phelps for giving us these nice
It's cool.
Muskie masks.
Look at that. The official.
I will be purchasing a wave one.
Sure.
But they gave us these to prepare ourselves for the meeting today. And actually, they're really comfortable. They have this bar right here that's adjustable for your nose.
Nice.
And it pulls it away from your nose. So I know a lot of the cloth ones are restricting, but.
Sure.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah.
And
nice.
wear them so, we're talking about Muscatine baseball, but we have a Muscatine football season coming up that I know they want to play. Coach Hawkins is first year taking over. I know a lot of the seniors, very talented senior class. Being a teacher, I would love to see my students and be around them.
Yeah.
We all miss each other, so do what you got to do, social distance. Go to Phelps, get your mask, get a wave mask.
Sure.
Let's make sure the football kids can represent, and we get back to school. And
I'm glad you said that, and I think it's important. You'll be in a classroom. You didn't want to be out of the classroom.
No.
It was very tough for everybody to adapt. I just wrote a column for next week's paper about the Return to Learn plan and the efforts of the school board and folks like yourself that did not stop working. And, the school board's biggest job was to replace Dr. Reby and the curriculum audit, and then a pandemic set in.
Yeah.
So they still had to replace Dr. Reby with Mr. Clint Christopher, who's back on the show Tuesday with Tammy Drawbaugh, and then figure out what the rest of the year looked like, and then create a Return to Learn plan.
Yeah.
And remember that time I was maybe interested in running for school board? I'm so happy that I didn't, because they went so many hours into that. But then for folks like yourself, Grant, for sure. I mean, I have 2 kids that were ready, quite frankly, to get out of the house, and I know that they're going to be safe, and that people are making a good conscious effort.
Yeah.
And I know that my kids, especially my oldest son, is going to learn best in a classroom setting. So I feel confidently, sending them to school, and I that's all we want to have happen, right? We want to. As I keep saying, we hope to gain perspective, and let's get a vaccine. Let's get this thing taken care of so that in a year from now, we just look back on 2020 and go, holy moly,
Glad
that's
that's
wild,
over.
right? Glad that's over. And I think what's exciting for Grant and Muskie baseball at the high school level is you are poised for success. Softball going to state is a great sign. How about this right here? Some all-conference honors. Thank you, Chad. I wanted to mention that.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is a big deal, Grant. I mean, I think you've got, a lot of good things ahead. So let's give a shout out for the all conference honors. How about that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And we had a lot of adversity, we had a lot of injuries this year.
Sure.
But Josh got second team.
Mm-hmm.
Noah got honorable mention. We really thought that some of our kids, had we had the opportunity to play more games,
sure,
Because like I said, we won 3 of our last 4. We beat North Scott the last game that we were able to play. You know, we had some good momentum going, and a lot of good kids coming back. So
it's exciting. It's exciting.
It is,
and it's good to have MBA Muskie Baseball Academy working to just keep that incoming crop kids, you know, strong and organized and together. And imagine that 10U team that just went to state and won, how good they're going to continue to get. And the 13U team, good luck at state. It's all good signs. Thank you both for being here. It's great to see you.
Thank you for having us.
And if you ever have a hat like that in a size 8, I would buy it.
Got it. I got you. We got some hats.
But do you have anybody that wears a size 8?
Well,
that's the biggest hat.
They're flex fit.
Oh boy.
But we do have a large XL.
You have a large flex fit. Do you have a bucket that I could just fasten?
So we have a coach, Clay Dillon, who.
I know Clay. Clay has a big head too.
Yeah. We had to make some alterations with some.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's my whole life.
So
that is my whole life.
Right now he's like, thanks,
oh,
Grant.
Clay, you're fine. Get over it. Big brain, Clay. Same. It's Barry Bonds would say the same thing, I think, too. All right. Thank you again. Tryouts 29th and 30th of August. Muskie Baseball Academy on social media. Keep in touch with them, and please come back, whatever you need, okay?
Yeah.
We're happy to have
if
you.
you have questions.
Yes, please reach out. All right, we're going to go to the CBI Bank and Trust ILCAM, and we encourage you to visit Muskie Baseball Academy on social media. Okay, so listen, breakfast is served right there. You've got breakfast for $5. It's every day there's a good special here. Good-looking pancake in the background. And consider coming in and watching the show as we're doing it live. We'd love to have you in the Market Grill Express. Whether you come in while we're here at 8:30 in the morning or you come in for lunch or dinner, whatever the case may be, you can always get Market Grill Express menu items to go with the DoorDash app if you like, or HyVee.com/mealtime. Maybe you're missing out on like a mac and cheeseburger or something you haven't had in a while, right? Okay, so we're going to get ready to talk to our next guest in just a moment. Brad is getting Corey in position. I'm going to tell you today is International Beer Day. Yesterday was IPA Day. And then today you've got International Beer Day. So how about that? Maybe you'll have an international beverage this weekend, everybody. Harry Carey would just have an old style, which is not an international beer. But there you go. A couple examples of some international beers like Heineken, Paulaner. How do you say that? It's a new German beer. And then you've got the Hacker. God bless you. You've got that for International Beer Day. What if I just go to contrary and drink with an accent? Would that make it an international beer? Good day. You have that whole thing, a Heineken. You might be talking with an accent at the end of the night. Drink responsibly, everybody. All right, very good. So we'll touch on a couple of more things, including a brand new wine that just rolled out. But I want to talk to our next guest who is here. And we have a great thing to talk about that is literally going on next door. Corey Doffeld is back. It's great to see you.
Good to see you.
I feel like I've seen you sporadically throughout the pandemic.
I've been in and out. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So right next door to where we're sitting, so we're in the Market Grill Express. As I've said before, we could cut a door in the wall, and you could walk in to the Mississippi Valley Regional Blood Center. And Corey is here to talk about the Hayden Doffeld Memorial Blood Drive. And correct me if I'm wrong, last year, first time this event happened.
Last year was the first time, yes.
And they had record turnout for donations, right?
I believe so.
Wow. And they always, the Mississippi Valley Regional Blood Center would have me tell you that any time is a good time to donate blood.
Yes.
But during the summer is tough, and during a pandemic is tough.
Correct.
Like, holy moly. So there's the flyer on the screen, and we're sitting here on Friday, August 7th. So, Corey, there's one more day that you can donate during this, and it's tomorrow.
There is one more day.
Okay.
However, we were told all the time slots are filled.
For tomorrow?
For tomorrow.
What?
So
holy
if
moly.
You schedule an appointment later, past like next week, or you can all just tell them that you would like your blood donation to go toward the Hayden Doffeld Memorial Blood Drive.
Wow.
And they'll credit the blood drive.
So that's unbelievable.
So
it's booked up for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's over 4.5 hours of time slots. You've donated blood for how long now?
I'm not sure how long I've been donating,
Yeah.
but I have 59 donations to my,
Holy moly.
and they told me that one donation saves 3 to 4 lives, and they did the math for me, and I've saved 177 to 236 lives.
Just from your
From my individual donations.
59 times
Yep.
Corey has gone and donated blood. That's unbelievable. I didn't know that.
Yep.
177 to 236 lives from your 59 donations.
Correct.
Did you ever even think
No.
that was happening while you were in there
No,
doing it?
nope.
I mean, when they told you that, were you just like,
I was kind of blown away.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. So yesterday was 3 years since Hayden passed.
Correct.
And whether the timing for the blood drive, was it around this time last year as well?
Yes.
I can't. Okay.
It was
So
actually on August 6th last year.
that's what I thought. Okay.
They only did it one day last year.
They only did it one day, and they
Well,
had that
they-
many donations.
And they had,
Wow.
I forget, but last year, since there was no pandemic, they
Right.
allowed walk-ins. And now this year,
'Kay.
you have to make an appointment. So,
Which is easy to make an appointment to donate blood, by the way.
yes, you can get on their app
Yeah.
and donate or schedule your donation. You can call them and schedule your donation.
And it doesn't, as you know, it doesn't take that long.
Now, it
Right.
takes about an hour.
That's in 1 hour. Think about that. If it's your first time donating blood, in 1 hour you could save potentially 3 to 4 lives. You're like a superhero.
Wow.
You've 177 to
I don't know
200.
if I'd consider myself a superhero.
Well, I mean, there are people that you can see sometimes you drive around town and folks will have the gallons or
Yes.
however much blood they've donated, like a sticker on the back of their car.
Yep.
And I never thought about how that translates to, because that's something that I always talk about with Kirby and folks from the blood center is the journey of your donation. So what I know is that for Corey, who's donated 59 times, all of which have probably been in Muscatine maybe.
Correct.
So the blood that Corey would donate would go from Muscatine to, it's like right on the border of Davenport, Bettendorf, where the Mississippi Valley Regional Blood Center's headquarters is. The blood gets like run through a series of tests really quick, and then it goes boom right to area hospitals.
Correct.
There is no they don't have a stockpile of donated blood. It is from your arm.
Because they said, what is it? The blood has a 3-day shelf life.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. And I've toured, when I was at the other radio station in Davenport, we got to tour the Mississippi Valley Regional Blood Center, their headquarters, and there are people working around the clock. And they're getting donated blood just as quickly as they can to local hospitals. And whether it's, hospitals in Muscatine or Iowa City, they have, a lot of places they take care of in the St. Louis area. So it is really powerful to know that it is truly going to make a difference. And for you, 177 to 236 lives is wild.
Yes.
I mean, I just can't believe that. And it's great to hear that it's all booked up for tomorrow, but that if you're
But
watching,
you can
please
still,
donate.
You can still contact Abby on the flyer.
Yeah,
And she will get you set up.
yeah. She will
For
be
next week.
happy
Yes.
to point you in the direction
Correct.
Of the Muscatine Donor Center, which again is right next door. What's ironic, maybe not the best word. So yesterday marked 3 years since Hayden passed away. You found yourselves in Iowa City again.
Correct.
So with Caden, your daughter, who's just having a little procedure done, but did that just happen? For people that are like, when things, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It was,
and then you saw like what Kendra said, like 3 rainbows on the drive there. You know what I'm saying, man? Like that's,
Well, and then we got home yesterday.
Yeah.
They ended up not doing the procedure
oh,
because they got in there and they said it would be unsafe
okay.
to do what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
So we got her home and she spiked a fever and got sick. She got sick up there, which they said that's normal
'Kay.
for anesthesia. So then we had to take her to the ER last night. So we didn't get home till it was probably midnight.
Holy moly.
So yeah, it was a long day yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
But she's up and running around today, so
She's
just home with mom.
yeah, this ton of personality.
Oh yes.
But it's just a trip that was
Yeah.
scheduled for August 6th.
Yep, it was.
And obviously Big Brother making sure she's safe.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, it's just wild. When I saw the picture of the rainbows, and I was just like, holy moly. Like, if there were ever a good sign. Yeah, how about that? Okay, so if you're watching and you want to donate blood, I encourage you to do so. It's always needed, right? It is always needed. You have, what is this?
They are also offering a $10 gift card if you donate between till September 13th.
Awesome.
So,
okay, that's great. I think Brad's going to get you right there. Look at that. So you can get a $10 gift card for making a donation. You know, and they understand that they've got to advertise and get donors in there, and they have to get creative because we are in a pandemic and maybe people aren't thinking about donating blood. But that is fantastic. And I like how they have evolved. And yes, you used to be able to walk in, but now, like Corey said, jump online, give them a call.
Download their app.
Yeah, download the app and get in there and make a donation. It's absolutely fantastic. I wanted to ask, because you guys have done a great job over the years with the help of friends and family and the community with giving back, supporting University of Iowa Children's Hospital, Christmas presents, you know, different events that you've done. Have you guys thought about doing, I mean, we're in a pandemic and it's tough to do anything, but have you thought about, because I know that that's been important to be able to take
right now
gifts to the hospital.
Things are kind of on the back burner, I think, right now, but I'm sure we'll get something fired back up again.
Yeah, and I imagine the nurses, because you guys have always said when you would show up in Iowa City with a caravan of vehicles full of toys for the kids, the nurses are just blown away.
They are. By
the support.
Yep.
It's really something else, and it's something that you guys have done for a long time. Yeah, I just still can't get over the rainbow and the timing of yesterday. It's
Kendra made me pull over to snap that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she couldn't get it while we were driving, so.
It's like, pull over.
Pull over.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, and Hayden, your daughter, is hilarious. Like she's almost 2, right? Like
she'll be
Lucy.
2 October 23rd.
Yeah, right. So all kids that are almost 2 are just...
Oh.
They don't stop moving.
Nope.
And now they're just, because Lucy is in the same boat, just getting real sassy. And Lucy loves telling me, no, time out. And I'm like, you cannot put me on timeout. If I can pick you up with one hand, you can't put me on timeout. But she loves doing it. Like, I don't know if Hayden has told you, and hopefully she's not watching this, and now she's going to pick up on the word timeout, and that's going to be my fault.
No.
Has she told you that?
She has told me no before. Oh, yes.
Isn't it the best when you're like, wait a minute, you live in my house, and I can still do this move right here, and you're telling me, oh my gosh, it is something else, isn't it? It's
definitely, she's definitely different than her brother. Definitely.
Yeah.
She's the daredevil. She's the, oh yes.
She's a daredevil, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
She has a rocking horse that she likes to stand on. Well, she stands on everything. Her table, her chair. It's.
Why? Don't you just feel the gray when they do stuff like that?
That or the ER visit.
That'll do it
I know
too.
it's coming.
Well, I hope for your sake that it doesn't.
Bones or something.
Oh my gosh. I really hope for your sake that it doesn't happen anytime soon.
No.
Lucy was in like a little Tyke's car on her deck, and I kept telling her, and she just fell off the deck in the car. And now it's only like a step up, so she was fine.
Yeah.
But it was still like, you just blink and they're just.
Yesterday or last night at the ER when she started perking up.
Oh no.
She made a run for the door. I'm like, oh, she ain't gonna be able to open that door. Dad was wrong.
She opened the door?
She got the door open.
It's just wild. All right, listen, if you're watching, I want you to donate blood. It doesn't take that long. You can save lives, literally. Corey just told you, one blood donation saves 3 to 4 lives. I have to imagine that it has been a great week at the blood center for the Hayden Doffeld Memorial Blood Drive.
I'd have to. I was there Monday.
Okay.
And it was pretty busy.
Yeah.
So.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, the fact that people are willing during hard times to donate blood because they know that it can make a big difference. And you guys, I think you had said after last year, the folks at the blood center were like, if you want to do that again, feel free, because it really, and then they shared your story, which was really cool.
Yep.
They came and talked to you guys and produced a nice video. And blood donations were important when you were in Iowa City.
Very important.
With Hayden, so you know firsthand.
Blood and platelets were very important.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, listen, please consider, and of course the picture of Hayden with the Hawkeye stuff, we just want to have a Hawkeye football season.
We would love
right?
a Hawkeye football
Wouldn't
season.
we love that?
Yes.
That would be absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
All right, do you want Corey to try what's in the box? Would you like to try this?
Oh my goodness.
Have you seen this before?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I've watched the show.
All right, so you know that it's probably not a spider. I always say, is it a spider? And it's not. So I'm going to pass that to you. Oh, it's very light. All right, Toyota Muscatine, what's in the box? Corey gave the box what you didn't see. Corey gave the box a little shake. So if it were a spider, now it's angry. All right, so you're going to close your eyes, push those doors open with your hands. All right, and see if you can guess. Ooh, this now, I don't even know if I have to give you a hint, but it maybe has some correlation to the folks that were here before you.
It feels like a ball.
Yes. Would you like to get more specific, Mr. Doffeld?
I'm not.
It is
not
something
quite sure.
you could take home for your four-legged friend.
Oh, it's a dog toy.
It's a dog toy, and it is a dog toy that is also a baseball, everybody.
Baseball. Oh.
Yeah, no wonder it was so light. When you shook it, I was like, what if it is a spider? That thing's going to be really angry.
I think my hands are stuck.
Yeah, this is the problem if you have large hands like Corey and I. What's in the box? We almost need to... You know what we should do, Corey? Hear me out on this. Big and tall, what's in the box?
This must be for a small dog.
I was going to say, your dog would...
My dog would
2
tear,
seconds.
tear that up.
Would not last long.
No.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Tomorrow is booked for the Hayden Doffeld Memorial Blood Drive. But as Corey said, call them, schedule it for next week, schedule it for the week after. They'll still count it towards the blood collected.
Correct.
It's not a contest, but it is about saving lives and donating blood.
Correct.
And you donated Monday, you said.
I donated Monday.
Yeah.
My donation, the actual time from they hooked me up, it took only 5 minutes.
What?
Yeah, but the screening and all that before, I mean, it'll take some time.
What do you...
Well,
what do you know how to get the... I don't know how to ask this question. How do you donate?
They say that if you're hydrated well, your blood flows a little faster.
5 minutes you were done?
Yeah, it only took 5 minutes.
Were you just like, and then they were like, all right, close the tap. I mean, 5 minutes?
Yeah, that's all it
so
took.
5 minutes, 3 to 4 lives saved from this guy's arm.
So,
jeez Louise.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
The lady was kind of shocked that it only took that long.
I bet she turned around and she was like, oh my gosh, we got to stop. Wait, or just keep going, get another bag. I don't know. They're like, wait a minute, that's unbelievable. Wow. So please consider, maybe it's your first time. And there are a lot of people, I mean, I bet right now there are families from Muscatine with kids at the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. There are people with loved ones in hospitals that could use blood.
Oh,
right?
Well, I'm sure.
It's going to go,
yes.
It's going to go to a good place, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything we need to mention?
Kendra actually gave blood for the first time on Tuesday.
She did?
Yes.
And how was her experience?
Fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
First time?
First time, yep.
That's exciting. So whether it's your first time or your 59th time, please consider going next door to the Mississippi Valley Regional Blood Center and making a donation. And I have to imagine this will happen next year.
I'm gonna put a bet on it that it will. Yep.
More than likely.
More than likely.
All right. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for donating. And if you're watching, it's right next door to where we're at, Mississippi Valley Regional Blood Center. Make it an appointment to donate. 5 minutes. Maybe you can beat Corey's time. I don't know if I should encourage that.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
No.
Take your time.
Yeah.
If it's 6 minutes, it's okay. If it's 10 minutes, it's okay.
Yep.
All right, very good. Let's go CBI Bank and Trust Aisle Cam. And I just love the fact that there's no time left for tomorrow. That's a good sign. People are making a difference and they're donating blood. That is so great. All right, so August 7th, it's International Beer Day. It is Water Balloon Day. And I love this. This is perfect. It's Water Balloon Day, and it is, that's it. It's just International Beer Day and Water Balloon Day. There's two. What I love about these water bottles remind me of my favorite water balloons from back in the day. We had those grenades, those green grenade water balloons that you could put a lot of water in. They were a pain in the butt. You know what? It was never easy to fill water balloons, and now you've got those bunch of balloons where you connect it to your hose, and you've got, 50 balloons in 2 seconds. But back in the day, you'd have to put it on the hose, tie them off, put them on the hose, tie them off. So this is great because this water bottle reminds me of those grenade balloons. Those were the absolute best. Okay, this is brand new. This is so... listen, I don't think I need to say anything. Snoop Dogg has his own wine. Cali Red. Just came in to Wine and Spirits, $13.99. Snoop D-O-double-G. 19 Crimes, good brand of wines. They've have those wines where you can like scan the wine and it'll start talking. It'll tell you the story. I don't know if this happens with the Snoop one or not, but here you go. There is Snoop. Snoop Doggy, right? Snoop. Cali Red. Put it on Facebook last night. People excited to try it. And again, 19 Crimes makes good wine, so you have to imagine it's good. It says 19 Crimes tells the true story of rule breakers who beat the odds, overcame adversity, and went on to become folk heroes in their society. A leader in contemporary pop culture, Snoop embodies the timeless values of the 19 Crimes rogues who came before him. 14% alcohol, and Snoop, right? He has his own wine. That's cool. Chris says he's getting some. I would try it. I don't. Sign me up, right? That's awesome. Okay, so let me get to my list here. I want to mention again the Wave masks because I've got it here in my hand. I bought this one. Supports the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. It's $12. Every dollar from your purchase goes to the hospital. $12. You spend it here at the store, you get the mask, the money goes to the hospital. We're not making a penny off of it. It says it right there. It's the truth, and it's a great mask, very comfortable, happy to have it. Also, if you're looking for the back-to-school masks, that's so weird to say, back-to-school masks. That is like the weirdest thing ever, back-to-school masks. Well, I've got Muscatine, I've got Wilton, and I've got L&M. These are in aisle 6. They are breathable, they are reusable, and they are $7.99 while they last here at the store. And we've got a couple on the set right there. They're sealed in individual packages, so you can take them home, and you're good to go, right? You're good to go. Okay, how about some deals from the ad brought to life on the set? We've got a bucket of chicken for $5, right? We've got how many cookies? 100? 100 pack of cookies. We've got 100 pack of the mini cookies right there. Look at the size of those cookies. $10 for 100 cookies. All you need is a glass of milk and a good attitude, right? Peanut butter. Okay. So there they are. Those are 10 cents each. They're available in different quantities, like a 10 count, 20 count, 50 count, or 100. So if you're thinking to yourself, do I really need 100 mini cookies? The answer is yes, friends, you do. Brats are 90 cents. That's a good price. And then because the guys have worked so hard to get the majority of the products from the ad on the set here, we're going to show you. So there's the Smirnoff vodka that's in the ad. I'm actually going to slide my chair over so I don't get in the shot here. So you can see the Smirnoff vodka. Those are all $13.99 if I'm not mistaken. Let's see how good I am at remembering the ad. Bikini Bottom is $10.99, which is $1 savings. The mac and cheese is 3 for $1. No, Chris did not just hand me the ad. I have it all memorized. The Takis are $2.18. Chris, I have a feeling it's a 9-ounce bag. Am I right? I think I got that right. The the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup and Kit Kats are 10 for $7. You've got some plates in the mix for 2 for $4. The kitchen cooked chips are awesome, 5 for $10. 5 for $10. Do the math on that. I'm not good at math, but I think that comes out to $2 a bag, everybody. So that's a good deal. If you are doing some grilling, we've got charcoal. We've got the case of toilet paper for $19.99. That's 24 rolls of TP. And it's good TP, too. You know, it's good. It's 2-ply, and that's awesome. And if you look at what it says on the ad, Chad, for the toilet paper, it's the equivalent of $102 worth of Charmin. So if you think about the value that you're getting, it's really something else. So, and we're not, you know, we're not featuring toilet paper to try and like drum up people buying toilet paper. But what I would like to do is just not have to run out. Have you ran out of toilet paper? It's terrible. It's awful. What's worse than running out of toilet paper at your house? Is there anything you could run out of that it's never a good time for it to happen, right? Everybody has toilet paper in like a closet or somewhere, and inevitably you've faced it where you're like, what do you mean we're out? People that have bidets are watching. They're like, oh, we don't even have to worry about toilet paper. Well, I don't have a bidet, okay, and I never will. So check it out. Here's the ad, back page of the paper right there. And it's nice to see it brought to life here in the store, which is great. These are legit, okay? I'm going to tell you this right now. Listen, I know that it is tough to find things like Clorox wipes or Lysol wipes. There's almost a shortage. I don't even think we can get it. These right here, these are perfect, okay? Trust me when I tell you that these are the same thing, okay? They're $2.99. It's in a different package, but you're able to pay $2.99 because it's not in like a plastic container. So I have these at my house. We're wiping down the kitchen counter. We're wiping down door handles. I've cleaned my garage fridge with it. I've cleaned my inside fridge. I'm so fancy, I've got a garage fridge. I'm not really that fancy, but what I'm saying is my kids spill stuff all the time, all right? They are walking messes. So these right here are fantastic. I'm going to buy a lot of them because I don't want to run out. $2.99. So that's a good price. And if you're trying to clean and take care of your home, or if it's somebody that is looking for wipes that's in a place like Lutheran Living Senior Campus, point them in the direction of your Muscatine Hy-Vee or Hy-Vee Main Street downtown. We both have a plethora of them, and they work. Okay, I know it doesn't say Clorox or Lysol, but they work. And if it can clean a surface, what else do you need? So thank you to the Love of Dream Company. Love of Dream. There you go. All right, so that's good. $2.99, clean the surfaces. And then we've got some hand sanitizer and some other things down there as well. How about back to school? This is awesome. If you're looking for a nice back-to-school lunchbox, this would be the talk of the lunch table. Dinosaurs, right? Look at that. And they kind of move. See if I can get them to move for you. Oh, yeah, it's happening. The Dino lunchbox. Awesome. Aisle 6 for back-to-school. Look at that. It's kind of intense. Back to school. I don't know about this, man. I think that's a little intense. Look, they look harmless, and then you turn it that way, and they're like, oh, my gosh. So that's in aisle 6 with back-to-school stuff for the kids. All right? Okay. I think I sent the Fuel Saver flyer. We have a new Fuel Saver flyer in store and on your screen here in just a moment with some great deals you can pick up. And just right across the top row, if you bought everything, you'd have 35 cents off a gallon. You can see there's some breaded catfish nuggets in there. We've got some antibacterial soap with the Fuel Saver. And then even more deals, right? So this is available in the store. You can grab one, and you can start saving. So buy everything on the Fuel Saver flyer. And I don't want to do the math, but it's, look, 10, 20, 25, 35, 45, 65, 73, and then, more math, 83, and what's 83 plus 25? Beep, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, beep, boop. $1.08? Is it $1.08? So everybody's doing the math right now. Everybody here is like, we didn't go to school to be mathematicians. I think it's $1.08 if the math is wrong. Listen, I don't know what to tell you. Is it $1.05? I think it was 80. I don't know, Chris. I don't know. Now I'm getting nervous. I think it was. We'll just call it $1.08. And if we're wrong, we're wrong. $1.08. Okay. Oh, I hate math. No offense to mathematicians. You're marvelous. But I just can't. Does not compute. Okay. I'm like hot from math. Oh, this is what it does to me. It makes me all verklempt. The hot deal. Speaking of hot deals on the front page of the HyVee ad. You can find it inside the middle of the newspaper. So there's the HyVee ad that's in there, has deals on the front page that you're going to only find here at the store. Those Prima peaches are gigantic. I don't know how else to describe it. They're massive. They look good. I'm imagining they taste even better. You've got cherries on the front page. You've got reserve boneless beef sirloin steak. We're ad busting the price of the brats. So it says 10 for 10, but I told you we're 90 cents, so I'm saving you 10 cents there. You've got Pilgrim's drumsticks, Breyer's ice cream, and the HyVee purified drinking water. My wife was putting together the Isles Online order that I'll take home when I leave work today. She said, what do we need? I said, I need at least one 24-pack of water because we are out. And for $1.88, sign me up. Plus my discount. Did I mention that? Listen, if you're watching live right now, I'm doing open interviews again today from 3:30 to 6 p.m. We're looking for some part-time help. There's several opportunities in the store, and send them my way. Don't have to schedule anything. Just come to the store today between 3:30 and 6:30 p.m. For Miles Online, to Wine and Spirits, they're looking for help in the bakery. There's a lot of opportunities, and every day when you work at HyVee, your discount's 10% off, and for us this weekend, the discount's 20% off, which is great. I think this drink was like $2.70. I'll take it. I'm happy about that. It's marvelous. All right. I think I'm going to mention the goat yoga, and we're going to get out of here. Yeah, I've said enough. So Flickinger Learning Center, in a week from tomorrow, is having goat yoga. It's a fundraiser. It's a very creative fundraiser, and they would love for you to send them an email and let them know if you're going to show up, okay? So it's really easy to do. It's flc@flickingerlearning.com. It's yoga with kid goats. It's the most fun you'll have doing yoga, which just thinking about doing yoga makes me sweat. I'm going to take my kids to see the baby goats, whether they do yoga or not. I'm not going to do yoga. That's a hot take. I'm going to pay the money so my kids can see baby goats. And I don't think that's bad, right? Flickinger is not going to turn down my money. What are they looking at? They're going to get what? Potentially, $45 out of me. They're not going to bat an eye, right? They're going to say, fine, you want to bring your kids and pet baby goats, take a picture and go? They're trying to talk me into doing yoga. I'm going to be like, this does not do yoga. No offense. Maybe I should. Maybe that's the piece I'm missing. That's going to be you. I don't know what to say. I have so many thoughts about who does yoga in jeans. Is she wearing jeans? What is that, a Canadian tuxedo? What are you doing, yoga in jeans? And a jean jacket and boots? And a random Cubs or Bears hat? What's happening in that picture? So this is what? That does not look like a kid goat, man. That looks like a full-size goat. I don't know what to say. Again, I feel like this is something that Brad, you're going to be there, aren't you, Brad? Yeah. I don't know. Oh, man. This is so awesome. I have no words other than it's a good fundraiser. It supports Flickinger. And they would love to have you. Is that goat eating her hair? August 15th, goat yoga. Also happening on August 15th is the Watermelon Stampede in downtown Muscatine. The Walk to End Alzheimer's is happening on August 15th. There's a lot going on that weekend, all right? Last thing, because I'm just thinking of it, and I don't have anything to show you yet, but it seems like I tried to watch the city council meeting last night because I'm old and that's what I do. I was on YouTube. They're still doing the city council meetings over like gotomeeting.com, which is interesting, but they're making it work. And our friends Chris Bohr and Brenda Christensen, the dream team, they were taking part in the city council meeting last night, trying to get some lights installed along the riverfront. Makes sense. We should have that. We should have a band shell. I know these things are expensive. I don't have the money to pay for all this, but I'm pro improving the river in Muscatine. And what I'm here to tell you, and I don't know if this was on the agenda. I didn't watch the whole meeting because 3 kids running around and all the goats in my yard and baby rabbits. Okay. Baby rabbits everywhere. Does anybody need baby rabbits? Because they're running all over. Anyways, Thursday, it seems like Thursday, August 27th, they're trying to do Almost Friday Fest. I don't know if I should say it. I don't know if it's approved. So if I'm wrong, I will put my foot in my mouth. But I just scheduled Chris Bohr and Brenda Christensen to come on this show a week from today. So I'm inclined to think that it's going to happen. And it's vague. I don't have anything else to tell you right now other than I'm excited, and they're going to have it social distance and everything. One of the best parts of last summer and fall, is there a goat behind me, Brad? What's happening? Brad's looking at me like there might be a goat over my shoulder. No? Okay. That would have been weird. Almost Friday Fest. We'll keep you posted. I agreed to MC it. So I feel like it's happening. We'll get you more details. Certainly next Friday we'll know for sure when Chris and Brenda are here, and we look forward to seeing them. It's been a while. Okay, that's it for the week. Busy week, even with a day off on Tuesday. We had great guests this week. How about it? More great guests to come. As I mentioned, I alluded to a couple of guests next week. Chris Bohr and Brenda Christensen will be back. On Tuesday, we'll talk to Tammy Drawbaugh, president of the school board. There is details on the Return to Learn plan here, but we'll hear it from Tammy Drawbaugh, and we'll also hear from Superintendent Clint Christopher. He'll be here with Tammy. Tammy's first time on the show. All the times I've seen Tammy Drawbaugh. We used to have like a contest, who could get to Starbucks first on Friday. She'd bring all these people from Allsteel. One time she paged me. I beat you here, Tony. I mean, she's great. And she's the president of the school board, and we'll talk about the work that has gone into the Return to Learn plan. And more guests lined up for next week as well. Looking forward to it. If there's something I can do for you, if you're watching, HyVee@gmail.com. We'd love your guest suggestions, your input, your feedback. You can always reach out on social media. You can call the store. You can stop in and see me. I'm a tangible person. I'm here, right? I'm ready to go. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust. Thanks to Toyota of Muscatine and Lutheran Living Senior Campus. The guests today, Grant Piepert, Muskie head baseball coach, Jenny Wade with the Muskie Baseball Academy, and my friend Corey Doffeld, who is here. Take care of yourself. Have a good weekend, and we will be back with you on Monday live at 8:30 a.m. Okay, I'm just looking around. I've mentioned everything I wanted to. And please come and see us here at the store if you need anything throughout the course of the next couple of days. We'll be ready to take care of you. That's it. Goodbye.
Watching Hy-Vee today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton this Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, HyVee@gmail.com.